Hey guys, this is Stacy with Pom Pom Polished, coming at you with a swatch video, finally. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been, I don't know, looking forward to and both dreading this all at the same time recently, and most of it's because we moved into a new house, and it's just been pandalirium getting everything ready. We've run into a few snags here and there at the house, and so it's just been kind of like, whoa. So anyways, finally getting around to getting some of these swatch videos done. I've got 5 videos coming up here, including this one. Trying to get my swatches caught up before I get my polishes in October from September polish pickup, and then ordering in October for November, and so on and so forth, because you order in 1 month and you get them the beginning of the next month. And so I need to get these caught up here because for one, I think I might need another polish case, but I don't have anything on order because I don't even know where I'm at with my polishes. So that's how disorganized I am. And I've been promising this for quite some time, so I figured I better get my booty in order and get up to it. Now, first item of business. We are going all the way back to February 2020. I just want you to know. And so in doing that, when I was doing them in February, I had just cataloged my ones from December and January. And when I was finishing arranging, because at that time I was rearranging and starting to finally catalog my polishes using wheels, okay? So polishes all have numbers on them, and then they have a spot on the wheel. Let me just turn this light on here. That'll help you. So the polish wheels, and then each polish has a number. So that has been a really nice way, especially like, you know, if you're trying to decide what you want to put on your finger for your fingernail polish, you can just kind of like cruise around to decide which one you're feeling that day or whatever, or week or whatever, however often people change your fingernail polish. If it's me, it's not very often because you just haven't had the time. But let me tell you, I would repaint my fingernails and change colors all the time if I had that kind of time, but I don't. So anyways, that's how we're gonna do this. So anyways, when I was doing that, I left a few holes because, like, say this is a static lacquer, then I had left a hole because I knew I'd ordered a static lacquer that would come in March. So these are ones that are from February polish pickup. So I ordered them in the beginning of February when polish pickup went live, and then they came in the beginning of March. And then you'll notice that as I do these videos, they don't march up with every month because there was a couple months where I took it off. Either I didn't have time to look through it, or I missed the order period and didn't get a chance to watch any videos to keep up with it or anything. And also, I had lost some hours at work because of COVID. So there was some times when I didn't think it was financially appropriate to order fingernail polish, plus we were saving for our house, or finally finishing saving for our house. So, and then we did purchase a house. So anyway, so lots of things. So this kind of goes back to February, and then we're going to jump around a bit because I think then we shoot into, I think I ordered in March, and then I don't think I ordered again until May. So there was a couple months I had off there. Anyways, let's just get right into it. Okay, so here I do on Pom Pom Polished Facebook page, or excuse me, YouTube page, I do swatch. I usually do like hauls. So when I get polishes in the mail, I do a haul video, and then I try to follow it up with a swatch video in an appropriately timely manner, which I have not been getting to lately, which I am going to remedy now that I have all this caught up. It shouldn't be as big of a deal. I just knew I had some back organizing to do. And so I do the hauls and then typically a swatch video onto wheels. I don't typically swatch them onto my fingernails because I don't have, you can see, I do not have particularly impressive fingernails. I cannot have them long. I am a nurse practitioner. So I cannot have long fingernails anyway, and mine's split. I've been fussing around with splitting fingernails for pretty much my entire life, and they are not splitting, peeling, they peel. And so right now that I have Reality Factory Reset on, and this stuff is the bomb. Probably, I'm guessing that I have this problem mainly due to the fact that I work in the healthcare field and we use an extremely ridiculous amount of hand sanitizer, which totally dries your nails out. So, okay. So a few of these are going to go into wheels that, like I said, that were already established because I left a spot available for these because I knew that they were coming. So this one's going to be by Static Lacquer. So this is from February's polish pickup. And February 2020 polish pickup was Flora and Fauna. So you're going to find that in these names that's going to kind of go with that. So Tiger Lily by Static Lacquer for February 2020. And how I typically do these is that I'll start one here, and then we'll move on to the next one, and then we'll come back and do a second coat so that the first coat has a millisecond to dry. And we get to see kind of like, okay, how do these swatch on? What's the first layer look at? Like, because here's what I don't like. When people do these swatches online, like on videos on their fingernails, they're on like they kind of have themselves on a time constraint. And so what happens is that they're putting these thick things on, layers of polish on, but they have no intention of keeping all those different fingernail polish colors on, so when they take them off right away, so they don't care if they ever dry that way. And I just don't think that gives you the best view of the polish when you know that they're extra thick layers. So that was Static Lacquer's Tiger Lily there. And we'll come back and do a second polish. I have a whole row of these. This was actually a huge order. This was before all this COVID crap really like kind of came down on us. So I had ordered a pretty big order this month. And now I'm painting the first one on here. I haven't even told you what it is yet. So you can tell I'm out of practice. Okay, so this one is going to be by Anchor and Heart. Anchor and Heart, Shake It, Nudibranch. And so you can kind of see it's like this purple, and then it kind of shifts. You can kind of see it on the bottom of the bottle there, how it shifts. Try to do this so it's not. Kind of shifts this gold, orangey business. And so first polish swatch is this one right here, 192. So that's where we're at on the first coat on that one. So now we're gonna come back and do a second coat on our Static Lacquer Tiger Lily because it's had a second to dry. And again, we're just putting on regular, what I would put on as a fingernail polish coat if it were me putting it on my nails. And I think most of the time I try to do, I'm not a huge lover of having to put 3 layers on because sometimes I think that it really depends on the level of time that you have to sit and wait for the layers to dry. And then the level of top coat that you have to put on afterwards, which I have to say, since I started doing these polish pickup polishes, that has certainly improved. My level of top coats and whatnot is pretty on par now. So this second coat's gonna bring this out this really purple color here, and then you're gonna see these flakies kind of embedded in there. So it's this one. And the problem with me doing these here is that I can never see whether or not it's actually showing you so it's 192 there, like the level of the actual. I'm gonna close my blinds here. You're jingling, it's just my dog. Turn on the light over there. Okay. This will be a little bit better, I think. Okay, so here is the one by Static Lacquer. Now that's Tiger Lily, that's 2 coats in. That's this orange one here. I just think that one's so pretty. I don't have very many oranges in my collection, so it was a pretty good choice for me. And this one here, 192, is our next one. And I feel like you don't see it as good on the nail as you do in the bottle, and I'm guessing that would be different if I was in, say, straight sunlight. It might give me a better shift. And in the bottle it shifts. And again, I don't think I can get this. You can see it sort of on the bottom, maybe. There you can kind of see it. It has this like gold shift, you know what I mean? Kind of to the background of it. So the static lacquers one, I'm just gonna do a quick. You gotta be careful not to wipe too much fingernail polish off. So it's pretty opaque at 3 coats. This one here by Static Lacquers. It has a lot of shimmer in it. You can see the orange. Then it has shimmer, and then it has orange glitters. You can see those. And then it has these black kind of glitters. This is probably actually a really perfect one for Halloween. It's pretty neat. So it's nice, but it's but it takes 3 coats to get it completely opaque. So it's pretty. Okay, and so this one, we'll do one final coat on this one, and then we'll do a first coat on our, actually, you know what? Oh. So we're looking at this one here, and this one is a full 3 coats. And by 3 coats, you're pretty opaque on this one. So this one takes 3 coats to be completely opaque too. And so this is that anchor and heart. And this one is Shake It Nudibranch. And again, this one is Tiger Lily. This way. So that was 175 and 192 for me. And so then this is it. So this one right here. It's a pretty color. So you can kind of you can see this pink to purple shift on the nail itself in the light, and then you can see those iridescent, almost flakies in there, kind of built into the background. It's really pretty. It's very like, it's very different. Okay. So now we have another one on the same wheel here, this missing one, and this one was a Poetry Cowgirl, and I knew I had a Poetry Cowgirl one. Excuse me. Even at home I sneeze into my shoulder. Of course, don't wear a mask at home. And maybe some people do. But I do not. So we'll start on this one. And so this is a one by, you guys are gonna laugh at the name of this one. So this one's by Poetry Cowgirl, like I said. Just want to get that first coat on there. It's called Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitten. And that is like, oh, it cracks me up. But look at this. It's like the perfect nude polish with just some super fun stuff in there. There's some black glitters, red glitters, iridescent flakies. You can see those iridescent flakies there. And then there's a whole bunch of iridescent, almost holographic glitter shimmer in there too. It's kind of a interesting, kind of full, and it almost pulls kind of cool on the camera, but it's really warm in person. So I feel like I could try to change my light setting to see if it wouldn't. Put this on here. I'm out of swatch practice. I'm like struggle a bit here. Okay, so this is going to be 2 coats in on this one, and we're looking at 194 here. So I'm like, now keep in mind, people, that I am looking at this in an angle, okay? Like, my camera is filming this because I do not have a camera that's capable. So my phone films it, which is fine, except for I can't see the actual feed. What would be really convenient is if I could figure out how to put it on the phone and put it on the feed for, so I could see it on my iPad, and then I could kind of watch it live. So this next one, so that's Poetry Cowgirl, Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitten, and we'll do a 3rd coat on that one too. It's pretty opaque at 2 coats, surprisingly. We're gonna start this one. It's gonna be Polished for Days, and this is gonna be Seeing is Believing, and you can just see this color is gorgeous. It's just like this really bright magenta pink, and then you've got this orange, yellow, pink shifting flaky that is almost like to a green color. It's like fall in a bottle. Like, it was definitely not fall when I got that one. Okay, so it's gonna be 203 on this card. Again, I knew I had this coming. That's a surprise color coming out of there. When you look at it in the bottle, it looks so much warmer. And then to see this bright magenta-y color is like, whoa. It is so pretty though. So you can see that it's almost like, so it's this one here. It's almost like it's a bright, cooler color than what you would expect when you see it coming in from the bottle here. So we'll do a 3rd coat on this Poetry Cowgirl one here. This time I won't wipe everything off my brush. That's really pretty. Okay, so that's Poetry Cowgirl, Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitten. That's gonna be this one right here. And she is super pretty. Hopefully this comes through clearly. All right. So you can see, if you look at them close side by side, and what's in the bottle looks way warmer than what's on the fingernail. But you can see in here that it's going to have that magenta color, so this will be the 2nd coat on this one. Great, so this is coat number 2, and you can see that huge chunk of flaky up here. It's pretty. All right. My worst fear is that I'll look back at this footage and all my swatches will look like crap. Okay, let's not have that happen. I keep forgetting we have more. Okay, so then the next 2 are actually already swatched because I must have been going to do this and then just didn't I stopped at that. So the next one we have, so that was 2 and that's opaque at 2. So we'll leave it at 2. And that was Polished for Days. Seeing is Believing. This next one is going to be a KL polish, and this is like a scraggler that I must have had somewhere else when I did all of these and organized them. Like I put all my KL polishes together, and I have almost every color imaginable. I had almost everything that she had before she changed to light lacquer. But anyway, this one's 305, and it is this one. This is just kind of a beautiful pistachio color. Now, Kathleen Lights is no longer associated with this polish. She has light lacquer now. So it's very, I no longer, oops, I stuck my finger in that really pretty one we just did. Gotta fix my swatch. When my mom and my sisters come over, they use these swatches to pick their fingernail polish because they think when they come over they need to pick from my vast collection. So I figured I better fix it. Okay, so we have this really pretty pistachio color, and that one's going to be right here, and it's pretty simple. It is just a cream color in this pistachio color. And it's really pretty, just a pretty cream pistachio green color. 305 by KL Polish. I believe KL Polish is still in business. They are still selling polish. Kathleen Lights is just not associated with them anymore. I think they had some creative differences, and then she went out on her own and developed her own kind of merchandising business company. This one's going to be Femme Fatale. This one's going to be Lernian Hydra. And this is a March, hang on. How did this one get into? Un momento, por favor. Gotta double check my, these are all February's. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure this out. Alright, so it's going to be 213, but I think this is actually from the July Rewind polishes, and so I must have swatched it out of turn because I don't have any other March polishes. So yeah, and I'm almost positive this is one that I had 2 of. So Lernian Hydra by Femme Fatale Polish. And that's this one right here. So I'll show it to you. So this one's gonna be, it's this 213 right here. It's this beautiful purple blue color. And then it has this aqua shift to it, so see if you can see it. My old backdrop was, my counter was gray, so it never interfered with anything really, but now I have a wood table, and so it like interferes with everything. Anyways, so there's some purple pink flakies, there's some aqua blue flakies, there's some aqua shimmer in that. It's very, very pretty color. So if you're looking, if you're one of those, what do they call them, blurple lovers, the blue purple colors, this is one that you might really like. Too far from the glare here. So it's a really pretty color. So that's this one. That's Femme Fatale, and it's Lernian Hydra March 2020 polish pickup. So I think that belongs in my July. But I would have to honestly look back. So that doesn't really go in my February ones, but we're gonna leave it right in the line there. 214, it'll be a new swatch here, and this one is gonna be Glisten and Glow. And this is Pink Gerbera Daisies. Pink Gerbera Daisies. This one is so pretty. See kind of what's all in this. Oops. So pretty. So it is like this really pretty pink base with these silver hollow glitters, and then these black little glitters, and then some, looks like a little bit larger black glitters. So pretty cool. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, I am a fan of the larger polish brushes. These little ones are like, I don't know, the big ones make it so it's so fast and easy to paint your nails. I feel like it's just like, zoom, and it's done. So this one's gonna look really light right now, really light pink right now. But wait till you see it built up into multiple coats, because then it really does take on, because this is almost a warm pink when you are looking at it in real life. So you'll see what that one looks like here. 215 is going to be Quixotic polish, and that's going to be ready for this jelly. Ready for this jelly. And this one is super pretty. Wait for the shift on this one. I'll knock your socks off. A little bit bigger brush. Again, I am such a fan of that. Now this almost has like a gray-black background color. It doesn't look like much on the first swatch, but just give me a hot second. So I'm gonna show off this. This is like this green purple shift. Green aqua purple shift. It's so gorgeous. So pretty. So this is Quixotic polish, ready for this jelly. And this is it right here on first coat. And now first coat, I'm telling you, it does not look like much. It does not look like much. That's 215 there, 215. But wait for it. Let's get a second coat in here on this one by Glisten and Glow. You kind of have to get a big bubble onto your brush for this particular brush. Now this one lays down glitter like nobody's business. So you have all these such varying types of excuse me, glitters in this. Now that's 2 coats in. Excuse me. 2 coats in there, number 214. That's this one right there. And this one is so pretty. It just looks really, really neat. It's really, really different. And it is essentially, it's opaque at 2, so I'm not gonna paint it more than 2. I really don't like to paint them more times than what's necessary to get their full color on there, because otherwise you're just adding dry time to your nails. And I don't know if you're like me or not, but I don't have time to be waiting on a million thick coats of polish to dry. Now this one is going to be a 3-coater, because you're laying down an immense amount of shimmer, but your base is a gentle base, because you don't want it to. It's not a base that's meant to overpower the shimmer. The shimmer is supposed to shine through, so the base is light. So we're looking at this one again here, okay? Now you are seeing a ton of green. And as you roll it around, you can see the other colors. So it's really, really pretty, but you can see mainly, you can see the green on that one. That's the immediate color that comes to mind. So let's start on 216. So we're starting a new wheel here. And I guess I thought I was going to go counterclockwise instead of clockwise on this one, which is whatever, but again, it's like I'm a newbie at doing this again here. So this is going to be Nailed It. Nailed It. And wait for this. The name of it is called I Got Laid, and it is a purple base with these like beautiful red, orange, purple, red, orange, almost gold, not quite getting all the way to green, shifting flaky. So wait till we see this one on. This one's really pretty. Nice thick brush on this one. Now you can see that purple base there. And it's almost like you're putting gold leaf down. But look at all that glitter I laid down on the first round. And it looks pretty purple based, but it's pretty. So let's do our third and final coat on this Quixotic polish. Quixotic polish ready for this jelly. And this third layer is what finally finishes this polish swatch off. It literally looks like one of those, gosh darn it, the colors from one of those beetles. Like a scarab beetle, are they? It is so pretty. Just this purple to green shift. Just, can't even tell if it's showing you in its full glory, but it is gorgeous. So there's that Pinker Bear Daisy, and this is that Ready for This Jelly color. We'll do a second coat of this Nailed It color. Told my kids they had to go outside and play, which they were not opposed to because their little friends all live around here, which is really nice. Another nice thing about living in a house is now you live in a neighborhood full of whoever and whatever, but they have made so many new friends and they love going outside to play with their friends. So again, this is that I Got Laid by Nailed It. And this is the second coat in, and now you can still see that that's still staying true to its purple undertone color, but it still has that beautiful orange, yellow, gold kind of shifting flaky. It's super pretty. So, and that one is not completely opaque, I don't feel like. Kind of trying to see, I don't know if you can see your nail line through it, but you know what, it would not be bad at 2 coats. It really wouldn't be bad at 2 coats, but I can see quite a bit of light through there, so I feel like that one might benefit from a third coat. We'll see if it makes much difference here. We're gonna watch this next one here while we're waiting. My Stunning Nails. My Stunning Nails, such a pretty, I love that flower. All right, and this one is called Sunflower, and this one got me because it is the coolest polish. So it's this gold, and then you can see these like dark gold or black almost flecks in it. And then if you look close, there's larger pieces of gold glitter that are kind of in it. And so when it swatches, you'll see it kind of reminds me of like little, I don't know, like pieces of pollen or something. I don't know. It's just really, really neat. The swatch is what sucked me in on this one because I mean, I love a good gold polish. I do. So there's just differing sized glitters. So you can kind of see it's very light. It's very light. second color. While we're waiting for that to dry a little bit here, we'll do a third coat in on this Nailed It color. Now I will upload this today, which is Monday. And then I will follow the rest of the week, one each day or whatever, of uploading the remainder of these videos. So this is the last coat of that Nailed It. And this is, again, I Got Laid. And so that's the final product on that. So pretty. So let's get into a second coat here on the sunflower color. And then we'll get into another one that reflects, is actually from my favorite movie. Truthfully, this one's almost opaque at 2 coats with this gold, and it's just the lightest, most unassuming gold. It is not like that dark gold. It's not brassy. It is literally just a beautiful, pure sun gold. And so it literally just, it's just so, I mean, I'm a fair-skinned gal, you can tell. You know what I mean? And in this color, I do tan during the summer. I've lost some of my tan, obviously. The summer's getting away from us now. But yeah, I mean, it'll look good even on me. Ha ha ha. And this one's called Life Finds a Way, and this is by Dollar's Polish, and I just love their bottle. But this is my biggest fear though with a square bottle. To see how it's now. So I don't know if it's because I was a maniac when I closed it and I felt like I needed to, or if it just hadn't required that last extra push to close all the way, but it's not lined up, as you can see. And that is annoying to me because I'm a obsessive compulsive person, and so I'm a freak like that. But anyways, this color, okay, and the reference is from a Jurassic Park movie when Jeff Goldblum says, when he's kind of doing the water drop on her hand and all that business. But his thing is life finds a way. And I remember him saying that. I love all the Jurassic Park movies. And so I had to get this color. And this green is like such a pretty color green. I do enjoy the bottles, especially when it has a lot of stuff in it that have the little shaker beads in there, because that really does help move the polish around a bit. And this, even on its first swatch, is so brightly colored. But is this or is this not like a total like lizard green? And so it is this like lizard green color with these like green, almost green type of shimmer in there, and then these orange gold flakies. I love it. So you can see pretty light green there. So not a ton of movement there with the, let's see what a third coat of this sunflower color does here. Now compared to sitting next to this, that was My Stunning Nails Sunflower. It's just such a pretty gold color. All right, let's get a second coat on this green one so we can bring out some of the glitters in there, flakies. Now that green's starting to come out a bit more. And I think on our third coat it'll look really bomb. But now it's like, it's not lime green, it's not, you know, it's just a really pretty. Green. All right, this next one is Necessary Evil. It's this way there, the little skull on their bottle. Flight of the Monarch. And I think this particular month I was like, ooh, blurple, blurple. Flight of the Monarch by Necessary Evil, and you can, so let's take a peek at this one here. You can really see it's like this blue-purple backdrop to these iridescent flakies with this tons and tons of shimmer in there. So I can't wait to get into a second coat on this, because right now you can't hardly see the shimmer on there, but just wait till we get in. This one might be a 3-coater. We'll see. We'll see. Let's do a 3rd coat on this Dollish Polish color here. As we lay down this 3rd coat, you can see that green really start to come out, and now you can see a little bit more of that orangey, shifty, just kind of nuance to it. What do I do if let's see. That's giving me a better color, true color here. So it's that green. It's pretty. So it's this one. That warm light's certainly giving us a better kind of hue to it here. It's more true to color this way. Let's get a second coat on down on this one. This one is really gonna start to transform. Now this is coat number 2, and I actually might have misspoke. I might only need 2 coats on this one. This is Necessary Evil, Flight of the Monarch, Dollish Polish, Life Finds a Way. And now look at this. That's gorgeous. So pretty. So you can really see those blue kind of flecks in there, and then if you look closely at it, it just has those iridescent flakies. It's just super duper pretty. Yeah, super gorgeous. All right, on to our next 2 victims. Next one's gonna be Polish Molish, the Black Stork. And this thing, you can see from here that it has like every color under the sun in there. So it's got this blue purple shifting base, almost to green, green, blue, purple shifting base, and then these iridescent flakies, almost gold, green, orange, red color flakies. It's gonna be a really cool color on. So let's get the polish down on this. I like these handles like this. They're like the grippy, matte grippy handles. I really like those a lot. So this one's gonna have one of those light colored bases again, because it's gonna want to try to show off its polish and flakes. So it's, our first coat's not gonna be much of an impressive swatch because of that base coat, but you can see that it laid down a bunch of flakies, and so that's an okay start. Let's get a coat of the other first polish on here, and this is going to be Crystal Knockout It's got a little owl on there, which is like my fave animal. And this one's gonna be Blue Springs and Manatees. Blue Springs and Manatees. And this one is beautiful. It is like the lightest baby blue with iridescent shimmers and iridescent flakies. And it's just packed full of shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. So I can get this one down here on the first coat. And we're almost done with this particular swatch block here. So you'll be able to see on the first one here, you'll be able to see how it laid down some flakies. So definitely laid down some flakies. It's pretty. Let's get a second coat in here. This is our Polish Molish, the Black Stork. Second coat. All right, so we're starting to see those flakies lay down even more. There's some gold ones on there. Got kind of a chunk of one in the middle there. That's really pretty. So anyways, so just so you guys don't think that I come up with these ideas all on my own, but I watch people for swatches too. Primarily I watch Fat Cat Polished on YouTube, and she has a Facebook page. And she does a fabulous job, and the makers actually send her polishes. I buy mine and do it after the fact. She does them before the fact. So before polish pickup, she will do swatch videos of all the polishes that she gets. Now she gets a majority of, a lot of them. She gets a lot of them. I don't want to go as far as to say majority, but she gets a lot of the polishes from the makers in the United States. And she makes beautiful, beautiful swatch videos, and I will never be able to do her justice. She swatches them on her fingernails. She has really pretty fingernails. And that's not her only job either. And she does a really fantastic job of it, and just the most compelling job. In the makers, she just has a really good relationship with all the makers, and so they actually interact with her on her videos, which is really cool because then it allows us as consumers to interact with them as well. So we're gonna do a third coat in on this Polish Molish here, and this is when the magic is happening now. On this third layer, we are getting we are gonna be opaque, but this is also when we're gonna be able to finally see all of the other little extras that are in the polish. So now you can really see all those colors come out. Super pretty. Just a lot of different colored flakies. You can see purple, blue flakies there with pink. You can see orange, yellow, red flakies. It's just very, very purple, or very, very pretty, I should say. And so that's really nice. Very nice looking. And then this crystal knockout, we'll do a third and final. That's a pretty faint base there, so you got to kind of build that one up a bit. Now I'd say most polishes, even though I don't like having to do 3 coats, it's really a time constraint. It's not because the polishes don't dry and do a good job with 3 coats. They do. Very few polishes that I ever run into from polish pickup in these groups of polish makers do I ever have problems with them drying down. And then you add onto the top that since I started collecting these polishes about almost a year ago, that I have really learned to love that, and I've also picked up a lot of their top and base coats, which do make a huge difference. If you're ever having issues keeping your polish on, rest assured a good base coat and top coat will make a big difference for you. So in this one you can see those iridescent flakes. There's a huge one at the base of that nail. So pretty. Just a ton of blue happening here. Now this looks good with light skinned, But imagine if you have dark skin and you put that on, oh my gosh, gorgeous. All right, so that's those two. We have 3 left here. One's gonna be Fan Chromatic Nails, and it's Spirit Guide. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this one doesn't list which one it came in, and I almost would think that it goes to the next one, which is my May, but we're gonna roll with it in this one here. So Fan Chromatic Nails, Spirit Guide. This one is beautiful. So you immediately see that dark purple color on the base and that aqua and gold shimmer. So that is so pretty. So pretty. So shimmery. So let's see if we can get this bottle to show nicely here. It's just so pretty. It's just this really dark, dark purple to almost an aqua color, but it's just so pretty. That's really pretty. All right, that's our first coat on that one. We'll do these next 3 together. This next one's gonna be Different Dimensions polish. It's gonna be You Betta Work, like you beta, get it, beta fish? You betta work. You betta work. Anyway, so go check out Fat Cash Polished if you want to see some really good Swatch videos. This one is so pretty. You almost expect that light blue, so you can see they're going to be next to each other here. You can see they are not, this and that crystal not cut, are not the same blues. It amazes me that month after month I don't see a lot of repetition. I really don't. They always add their own little flair to them to make them completely different, and this one is no different. It's almost like a warm gray blue. It's like a warm gray blue color with Aurora, shimmer, flecks, and almost flaky chunks. So it's pretty. It's pretty. Really pretty. So it almost shows up more cool tone on my camera. Greens and blues are the worst to try to count, and it also has, if you look at it, there's hardly any of it that doesn't have like a label on it. It has not just iridescent, but holographic glitter in it too. So that's pretty cool. All right, and our third one in this group is gonna be Alchemy Lacquers, and it's gonna be Tridacta Maxima. Yeah, I've said that enough times now where I don't have any problems saying it, but the first several times I tried saying it, and then listening to Dell from Fat Cat Polish try to say it, that was fun. This one's a really pretty color, so get ready for it. Immediately you can see that iridescentness to it, that blurple base. So you can see that iridescent side to it. Super pretty. All right, let's get this second coat of Spirit Guide on there. Again, it was so long ago since I got some of these polishes, I don't even remember what groups they were in. At one point I had to get them off the table, and so I just threw them into any open area of my fingernail polish boxes, and that was a mistake because then it was hard to remember where they all went to. Now this one took on a really pretty purple flare. So it's this one right here. It's 222. And it's really beautiful, dark, dark purple eggplant color with this beautiful Green Aqua Shimmer. Thick with shimmer, and it is opaque in 2 coats. And gorgeous. So let's do a second coat on this different dimensions one. I have a feeling this one will also be opaque in 2 coats because it's a thicker polish, but it also just has, sometimes these bases are so packed that they literally just opaque out really fast. This one definitely has a strong base. So it's this one here. Super pretty. We'll see what Tridacta Maxima looks like on the second coat. Sounds like something you'd hear on Harry Potter. This one looks pretty opaque on a second coat. So that is going to be Alchemy Lacquers Tridacta Maxima. It's this one right here. It's maybe a little bit lighter in person than on camera. On camera, it's almost pulling more of the purple through the blue, whereas in person, it looks more like a blue, more of a blue color. It's really pretty. So this is our vein chromatic nails in Spirit Guide, different dimensions in You Better Work. Oops, let's get on the camera face. You Better Work. And then Alchemy Lacquers with Tridacta Maxima. All right, and so that is it for February, +1 of March, +1 of Kale Polish. So I will be back with another video. I'm gonna continue filming tonight, but I probably won't post them all tonight because for one, it takes a little while. But I'll get this one up, and then I'll keep on filming, and we'll get some more done. But just to review here. So we had Static Lacquers Tiger Lily. And then we had this one here. This one here was Anchor and Heart. And that was Shake It Nudibranch. Shake It Nudibranch. Tiger Lily. Shake It Nudibranch. Then we had Poetry Cowgirl, Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitten, right here. And then we had Polish for Days, Seeing is Believing. This one right here. Then we had Kale Polish in 203. We had Femme Fatale. And that one is going to be Lernian Hydra. Now, even though these are past, there are groups on Facebook that deal with pickup polishes, and they do buy, sell, or trade. And so if you are interested in getting one of these and it's not available anymore, please do not think that's your only chance. I'm not showing you these to rub them in to your face that you didn't get them. Just that, know that you could still, if you were interested, put on there an in search of post on one of those pages, and that you'd be surprised. Sometimes people are willing to give it up because they have so many polishes, such as myself. I think when I finally finished putting these wheels out, I ended up with 260 9 polishes total is what I have right now. So people are willing to get rid of them and they're not using them. And you never know what they might have liked one and didn't like it when they got it home, or didn't like it when they swatched it on their own fingernails. So it's worth a try. This next one is going to be Glisten and Glow, Pink Gerbera Daisy. And in this one, if you had one of those glitter grabber top coats, would be really cool, because this one does have a little bit of texture to it if you're okay with that. Otherwise, a good top coat is going to cover that up nicely for you. I do have good top coats. If you don't, polish pickup is a really great way to pick up some of those at a really good price. A good top coat is going to cost you some dollars. But usually on polish pickup, I can get a set of a base and a top coat for around 15 bucks, and that's not bad. All right, and then this one is be Quixotic Polish, and that's going to be ready for this jelly. And that's this one, this gorgeous, gorgeous one right here. Reminds me of a scarab beetle. Purple to green is so, so, so pretty, pretty, pretty. Really see most of the green on camera, and hardly any purple, but so pretty. Okay, that's those ones. And then we had Nailed It with I Got Laid. So that's this one. And then this one is going to be My Stunning Nails, Sunflower. This one is going to be Dowlish Polish, Life Finds a Way. This one is going to be Necessary Evil, Flight of the Monarch. This is going to be Polish Molish, the Black Stork. Left a fingerprint in there because obviously these haven't even been hardly sitting for very long. Then we have Crystal Knockout, Spring, what is it? Blue Springs and Manatees. Blue Springs and Manatees. Super pretty. Then we're going to have Fan Chromatic Nails, and this is going to be Spirit Guide. This one's going to be Different Dimensions, and that one's going to be You Better Work. And then finally, this one is going to be Alchemy Lacquers Tridaxta Maxima, and it does, now that I'm looking at it, almost look like maybe it wants to have a third coat. So let's put a third coat on there and just see what she does here. Oh, it really brings out that purple. You can see now that there's a ton of pink shimmer in the background, and then this blue glitter. So that really intensified the blue-purple nature. Now it looks closer to what it looks like on camera. So what was pulling before is now pulling for me too. That's really pretty. Very pretty colors, you guys. Obviously you can tell, somebody had an infatuation with blue polish, that one, but they're the ones that spoke to me. You know, every time I go through, I make a list. And I put the maker, the name of the polish, and then if it's one I'm not quite sure about, then I put a question mark by it. If it's one I know immediately that I have to have, then I go ahead and put a star by it. And then if it's one that I'm pretty sure I want, but it's not like I have to have it, and it's not then I just leave it plain with just the maker and the name. And so it's been a really good way for me to be able to just kind of be able to kind of make a way for me to go through them, because when I go through and watch swatch videos from other people, I don't always know right away what for sure I'm gonna want, what I'm gonna want, or what might speak to me. And so it makes kind of a way for me to say, okay, this one knocked my socks off, and this one like impressed me, but maybe it wasn't like, whoa, I gotta have it. So anyways, it's just like there's a method to everybody's madness, right? So that's mine. And so like I said, I'll be back with another video here. Me and my chicken Matt. We'll be back to film some more videos, and we'll get them up this week here. And then we will have polishes coming here again in the beginning of October from last month. And then I will be preparing to to place my next order, because on October 2nd will be when we can place our next order. And so, yeah, that's where we're at with that. All right, guys, well, let me know if you have questions about anything. Again, it's polishpickup.com is the website. It opens on October 2nd. That's when you can start to shop. And if nothing, and there's always lots of swatch pictures on that website. So it's worth it. It's worth it if you're interested in getting into these small batch polishes. And I say small because, you know, some of these polishes will have caps on them and some of them won't. Caps is in how many they'll make and for here and for the UK. And some of them won't. Some of them will be no cap. So I would say I recommend if you want to have access to all of that stuff that's on the website, then go ahead and get on early. And then besides polishes, they'll also have hand scrubs, acetone additives, top and base coats. Sometimes they'll have magnetic bars. And one of my videos coming up, I have a magnetic polish. But I don't usually use the magnetic. I don't have a magnet for it. But it's a magnetic polish, but I liked the just the base color of it, so I got it for that. So, yeah, they have tons of different things, tools and whatnot. They'll have stamping plates, stamping polishes sometimes. But if you want to check out Fat Cat Polish, she's just started her early bird videos. So she did 3 videos last night. And those are her earlier bird polish videos. So those are ones where she gives away prizes and things for watching the videos live. I did not get to see them live because, you know, I have kids and we were busy and I was tired. So I did not get to see them live. But she gives codes with each of her videos that you can enter into her website after polish pickup videos are done, and to win prizes and early access and things like that. So there's lots of fun that goes with polish pickup. Again, if you're looking for a hobby, it can be expensive depending on whether you're able to control yourself or not, which I have a hard time, but have been trying to improve on myself. So anyways, that'll be it. And I'll kind of review that information again on my next video, but for right now, this is good. And thank you to everybody who watches my videos and finds enjoyment out of them. Hopefully you like them. Even like I said, even if I'm late to the party, it doesn't mean that you can't get a hold of these polishes. Just go onto those fan sites on Facebook and put in search of, put the maker and the name if you can. If you have a question about anything, message me on the video. I'll get back to you. And I appreciate any encouraging comments, questions, suggestions. I'm working with a kind of a limited setup here, so the chances of me ever having like a super sophisticated camera and all that might be not as much, but I've got what I've got and it seems to do okay. And if you, and that's it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.